Greetings to you all this wonderful evening. Hope you all had a great day. We welcome you all this evening to our webinar, which is very relatable to our prevailing conditions. It's on how to deal with fear and anxiety during this pandemic. This is Charisma, your MC for the day. It is said that prayer is the conversation with God. Keeping that in mind, let's ask the Almighty for His blessings. I now call upon Reshma M., Student Coordinator, to lead us in prayer.
The Lord is a refuge for the oppressed, a stronghold in times of trouble. Psalm chapter 9, verses 9 to 10. Heavenly Father, we come to you this hour asking for your blessings to help us as we are gathered together. We pray for guidance in the matter at our hands and ask that you would clearly show us how to conduct our work with the spirit of joy and enthusiasm. Give us the desire to find ways to excel in our work. God, our Father, bless the Patrician family and help each and every one of us to stay united and to grow in strength. We place the special guests, the head of institution, faculty members, and all the students of our college in your hands. Lord, we pray for your guidance and help us to rekindle our inner happiness and physical health. Dear Lord, we lift to your concern for the people who are affected by COVID-19, protect them from harm and, and, and comfort them in the time of uncertainty, and for many preventive isolation from their loved ones. May you be glorified in our lives and through our lives. In Jesus' name, Amen.
A day without prayer is a day without blessing, and a life without prayer is a life without blessings. I now invite Dr. Unica, HOD Commerce, to welcome the gathering.
A very pleasant evening to one and all gathered here. It is indeed my privilege and honor to welcome you all for this virtual webinar. The title, The Fear and Anxiety and How to Handle It. As Karishma has rightly pointed out in our introduction, I believe this is the need of the hour. And as Sir has already said, that we are proactive. Thank you for the note, Prasanna Sir. And I'm much privileged to thank you on behalf of the department for accepting our invitation and spending your valuable time with us. Thank you so much. And once I was told that fear is the expansion of false evidence appearing to be real. And during this pandemic, there are so many evidences that are appearing to be real, which leads into anxiety. And Prasanna sir, I'm sure you will take away all the fear that we are having and anxiety that we are having. Your session is going to be a greater input for us. Thank you so much. Once again, I welcome. And I welcome all the faculty members, students, and other participants. Thank you. Thank you so much and welcome you all.
Thank you for that wonderful welcome, Dr. Unica David.
Thank you, Prasanna sir. It is indeed a privilege to have you.
Sure. Thank you so much. Yeah. Please let me know if I can start or when I can start. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Sure.
Thank you, ma'am. That was one of the warmest welcomes we've received. In the words of Don J., felicitation is inspiration to others and motivation to whom you are felicitating. I now call upon Dr. Nagajodi to felicitate the gathering.
Thank you, Sai. Good afternoon, everyone. It gives me a great pleasure to offer the felicitations in this forum. At the outset, I congratulate the Department of Commerce for having come out with such a wonderful topic for webinars, that is how to overcome fear and anxiety. Because we all know that in this pandemic time, fear and anxiety are a natural emotions. So, Prasanna sir, we welcome you on behalf of Patrician College of Arts and Science, and we are indeed honored to have you here, as you are a yogic healing expert, And we know that people have started believing in yogic healing. So thank you so much for having accepted our invitation. And on behalf of all the patricians present here, I offer my gratitude to you and thank you once again. And we are really honored to have you here. Welcome, Prasanna sir, once again on behalf of Patrician College of Arts and Science. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. One of the marvelous things about our community is that it enables us to welcome and help people in a way we couldn't as individuals. With that being said, I now invite Prasanna, second BCom B student coordinator, to introduce our chief guest.
To be inspired is great, but to be an inspiration is an honor. Good afternoon, everyone. Today, we have Mr. V. Prasanna, a yoga and meditation practitioner, as our honorable chief guest. He has 15 plus years of experience as an international yoga trainer. Mr. V. Prasanna has a master's in robotics with over 13 years of corporate experience and has founded an educational robotics company. Genetic health issues made him look into yoga, a tool of regaining health. He now teaches people to recover from stress and chronic ailments by the principles of yoga. He is currently helping people to step out of fear and anxiety of COVID and manage COVID symptoms. We welcome you, sir.
Thank you, Prasanna.
Thank you, Prasanna. I now invite Mr. Prasanna Venkatesan, Yogic Healing, to take over the session.
Thank you so much, Karishma. Yeah. Before I even start the session and get on to the context of what I want to present, yeah, I'm going to show you a screen, and I want you to let me know. I wanted to read through the contents of the screen, yeah, so that I am able to clearly set the importance of this particular session. Can you see my screen share? And can you see
Yes, sir, we can see your screen, sir.
And can you see the WhatsApp conversation which you have?
Sir.
Please read through it and let me know. And if you please read through it. If done, you can type yes in the chat window. So, what did you all, can you type on the comments, the chat comments, what did you infer from the conversation? Yeah. So this was a conversation I had with a friend of mine who had attended this workshop, which I'm going to be taking for you. And at the end of the workshop, he was able to convey something to another person who was looking for hospitalization. And he managed to prevent unhospitalization. Were you able to infer that from the conversation? Yes, no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So others, I would require you to participate very freely in the chat window. And my humble request, again, I'm saying because I need to see how you're breathing, right? I would love it if you can switch on your cameras. Yeah. So do you think it's important that you switch on your cameras and, Okay, so this is what I'm going to be covering in the next 1 hour. Okay. We are going to be seeing the mind dynamics. We're going to be seeing lung symmetry. We are going to be seeing some fears of COVID, and we're going to be seeing how the mind is affected by the fears and whether the fears are rational or irrational. Okay. Before I progress, can I have a yes in the chat window that you're going to be doing all the activities I'm going to be telling you right now? Yes, no? Dr. Unica, madam, a small request, since it's going to be on YouTube, right? It'll look better if all the students are able to have the camera on, and it'll look much better. It'll also be like a monologue from my side.
Yes, sir. May I request all the participants to switch on your video, please? let's get the maximum benefit of this program. Kindly go by what sir says. Kindly switch on your videos.
Yeah. I know you're in your house. It's an afternoon. You might be sleepy. The place might not be very kempt, right? So it's okay, right? I only need to see you from the head on till the body. Yeah. Okay. So now moving on. The first aspect of to assess. See, if we have gone through some sort of anxiety, we have gone through some sort of fears. The first and foremost thing to overcome this anxiety and fear is to, actually very straightforward and simple. It's just to play with your breathing, to play with your breath and change the way you breathe. But before we go on to the dynamics of breathing, before we go on to changing how we breathe, right? Let us for some time assess how our breathing patterns are. Is that a good idea? Yeah. So I'm going to ask you to breathe in a particular manner, and you're going to assess by yourself how well you're breathing. Can I have a thumbs up? Yeah? Yeah, great. So you have to close your eyes. Have a gentle smile on the face. Yeah? And for some time, just observe if the smile on the face is still there. Your eyes are closed. You have a smile on the face. And you're simply observing if the smile is still there. If you wish to, you can enhance your smile. Increase your smile. Slowly bring your attention to your breathing, to the way your breath is flowing. Smile. Breathe in. And very slowly breathe out. Breathe in. And very slowly breathe out. Now, see if you can breathe in the count I'm giving. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. Continue for 3 more rounds, the same count, and see whether you're inhaling and exhaling appropriately. Maintain the smile on the face. As you breathe out, slowly you may open your eyes. You may open your eyes. Now, in the chat window, can you type your own assessment of your breathing? Do you think your inhalation, were you able to inhale as per the count? Then type yes. Or did you feel my inhalation was a bit shallow? I couldn't inhale this for that count time. You make an assessment of your own breathing. Okay. Now, for the exhalation, were you able to exhale normally? Were you able to exhale based on the count? For example, when I said 2, 3, 4, for the period of 2, 3, 4, that is around 4 seconds approximately, were you able to breathe out without any hindrances, right? This is the assessment I would like you to make for yourself. Okay. Anybody here right now has a pulse oximeter in the houses? I'm sure many would have it, right? I'm sorry, I forgot to inform this. If you have it, you can measure your pulse oximeter readings. Okay. And especially your SpO2 and especially your heart rate. Okay. And we can see how what the values are. You can type in the chat window. At the end of the session, we'll see how the values have changed. Okay. Now let's go back to the assessment once again. Okay. Eyes closed. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In. 2, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In. 2, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In. 2, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Continue for one more round in the same breathing style. Eyes are closed. Observe how the breathing patterns is right now. And slowly bring your attention to the news around COVID. Are you able to bring your attention to the news around COVID? Whatever negative news you've spoken to, if you've heard of, or you've listened to, or you've discussed, can you observe what's happening as you start thinking about the negative news of COVID? Notice if the smile is still there. Notice what is happening to your breath. If you have read today's morning newspaper, you would have seen the number of deaths because of COVID. What is that when you read such news, when you read such negativity, when you discuss negativity? What is your experience? What is happening into your breath? Just observe. Very, very slowly. Whenever you wish to, you may open your eyes. So, what did you observe? Vaidegi madam, Unika, David madam. What were your observations when you thought of the negativity? Okay, two questions, right? First of all, were you able to breathe in the ratio 4:6? Yeah. Or did you feel some hesitation, or the breath was not flowing smoothly enough? Yeah. However it is your experience, right? Vaidegi madam, you wanted to say something?
Yes, sir. When you ask us to think about the news, I think my smile is gone.
and my inhale and exhale count was not the same. What you suggested, I can see the difference.
Excellent, right? Students, anybody else also experience something like this? Karishma, Sai, Chandran, who else is there? I'm not sure who else is there, but I can't see them. Anybody else had a similar experience?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So what was your experience, Karishma?
Sir, the smile fading was there, sir, and there was irregularity when I was taking in breaths.
Excellent, yeah. So the first thing to realize is your mental thought patterns affect your breathing. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Your breathing patterns also affect your mental thought patterns. Okay. So my first and the point that I want to address right now is one second. Sorry. Yeah. See, these are all the fears we have, right? I mean, I'm not sure in the student community how it is, but I know this is definitely the thought process amongst the elders. Okay. What is going to happen to me? Will I die? Will I get a bed in the hospital? Will the hospital have adequate oxygen supply? The mind keeps running, no? Yes or no? Yeah? Yes or no? I'm not
Yes,
sure.
sir.
Yeah, I think totally 3 people are attending. Karishma, Vaidegi madam and Unika David madam. Yeah, others, are you there? Okay, so what is happening is when the fear comes in, right? What happens to our breathing? It is getting affected. Is this very clear? Yeah. Now, one of the most logical fears is so many people are dying, isn't it? 1,800 people died today. 4,000 till last week there are 4,000 people dying per week, per day, right? Whenever you think of such fears, what is happening to your breath? It changes. Now the point is this: where is your focus? Are you focused on the 99% of the population who are healing, or the 1% of the population who are dying? Are you getting this point? Now, when I told this to my friends, they said, "Do you know that 4,000 people died today?" I said, 396,000 people recovered. The key point here is, where is your focus? See, the same thing. It's the same situation. 4 lakh infections, 396,000 recovered, 4,000 deaths. The death rate for the entire year has been only 1%. It has never crossed 1%. Do we remember the fact that when there is no medication, when there is no vaccines, and people did not know how to cure COVID, 1% was the death rate. 99% is the recovery rate, and it still is continuing, isn't it? But if we decide to focus on the 1% death rate, what is going to happen to your breath? It's going to change. Fear and anxiety is going to take over. Okay. And I have a question for all of you. What do you inhale? What do you inhale? Oxygen, right? Remember,
Oxygen.
standard 8. Yeah. What do you exhale?
Carbon dioxide.
Sure. So you inhale now, and that is freely available around you, or did God suddenly decide today I'm going to remove the oxygen and not going to supply it to you?
Nothing like that, sir.
Nothing like that, right? But look at the paranoia being created around. No oxygen cylinder available. Array, if you just sit and breathe consciously, your SpO2 levels will go up. Your heart rate will come down if you know how to breathe well. If you know the right way of breathing. Does it sound good to hear? Does this give you relief right now? First of all, the death rate is only 1%. But you are focusing on not the people who are living, the people who survive, but the people who are dying. That is causing fear. Second, you are thinking you will not get oxygen. Hello? 18, 19, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years, whatever our age is, 60, that many years, we've been breathing oxygen free of supply, free of cost. But when fear grips us, We forget all this. Yeah. So will you remember to focus on the 1%? Will you also remember to focus on the fact that oxygen is freely available? Breathe right. If you breathe right, you will come out. You will be able to increase your SpO2. Does it give you some sense of relief? Yes. No. Yeah. Now I have another question for all of you. If you have a SpO2 meter right now, oximeter, do measure your values and type it in the chat window. Okay, because the next half an hour you're going to see what the value, how the values are going to change, if at all. I'll take a 1 minute break, okay, and simply allow you to measure the oximeter values, okay, and while measuring, don't look at the values. Yeah, let's see what happens. And I'll tell you one more good news, shall I? See, a viral, we all of us at some point of time in our life have had a viral attack. We took 2-3 days leave. We go to the doctor. Doctor does not tell us go take a test. He says take this tablet, let the fever reduce, take rest. Isn't it? Yeah. 2-3 days later, you're out of the viral attack. The fever goes on. You start playing. You start running around. Isn't it? So by default, a virus has a shelf life. What do I mean by that? A shelf life means a virus has to die by itself. It is not going to live in your system for 3 years. 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. Now, COVID seems to have a shelf life between 2 weeks to a month. Right? I know several people who have recovered from COVID within 2 to 3 days. Okay? Now, the point to remember is the virus will die by itself. Does that give you a lot of solace? Yeah? The only thing is you need to outlive the virus. So the virus seems to be attacking the lungs, apart from doing a lot of other functionality. I'm not a doctor, I'm not going to get into that, right? But what I've heard of is severe dehydration, the lung capacity reduces. Now, would you like it if I teach you a way to reverse the breath and enhance the lung capacity? Yeah? Yes? Now, for this part of the program, I really need to see how you're set. Okay, Muttapan sir, great. 90 is the pulse rate, 99 is the SpO2. You know what a very, very high pulse rate is indicating? Anxiety. A very, I wouldn't say anxiety, I would say not a calm mind. Okay, too many thoughts are running in the mind because I have so much to do. Yeah? So anybody else measured the pulse rate? Would you like to share? Apart from Muttapan sir, I know Unika madam measured. Karishma, you don't have a Vaidegi madam?
99, sir, 99.
SpO2 and pulse rate is?
90, sir. 93, sir.
93, okay. So all heads of institutions, HODs, who are in a very responsible position, no? You have so many things to handle, isn't it? Right? Mind is always active, isn't it? Yeah. So let's see what happens in the next half an hour if the pulse rate can come down. Okay, if that comes down, you'll be pretty happy, isn't it? Yeah. So now, the secret of anxiety. Would you like to know what is anxiety? Yes, no? We are going to go into this aspect, handling anxiety and smoothness of breath. Okay. The first and foremost thing is the incoming breath energizes your body and the mind. Outgoing breath relaxes it. Okay. Now think about what we did. The moment a negative thought came in, the breathing pattern got affected, isn't it? Anxiety is simply incoming breath is longer than the outgoing breath. Was it a wow moment for you? Oh, I didn't know this. Yeah. If it was a wow moment, just type WOW in the chat window. Yeah. And all you have to do is to overcome anxiety and fear. See, first the anxiety comes, then the fear comes. Isn't it? All you have to do to overcome anxiety is reverse the breath. Incoming greater than outgoing, anxiety, too much energy. See, how is a person, if you notice this anxious person, they're like, they can't sit still. Do this. Right? They can't sit still. Now the solution seems to be reverse the breathing. Breathe more, inhale less. Now try breathing more. Try breathing more, see how you feel. Can you try breathing more? Your nose will probably start paining. Are you realizing it? Yeah. So how do you breathe more? Shall we do a process now? Yeah. Prasanna, who introduced me, and everybody else, Sai, I would love to have your cameras on because now I need to see how you are breathing. Because Monica David Madam is there, I'm not able to say you stop bunking, guys, participate. It's okay. Yeah. It'll be really useful if you guys participate because all of us, whether we know it or not, we are getting affected because of this news around us. Okay. Thanks, Sai, for switching on the camera. Okay. So what we're going to do is keep the right palm on the chest, left palm on the abdomen. Can you do that? Yeah. We are not going to attempt to breathe. You're simply going to observe listen to the instructions. Okay. Yeah. Eyes closed. Your right palm is on the chest, the left palm is on the abdomen. You're going to it's a very gentle touch. Now, your attention, your attention is going to go to the abdomen region. And you're simply watching the movement of the abdomen with a smile. First check, maintain a smile on the face. Second check, observe the movement of the abdomen. That's all we need to do. Eyes are closed. Smile is there on the face. And you're simply paying attention to the movement of the abdomen as the breath flows. As the breath flows in, the abdomen is expanding. Pay attention to this. And as the breath flows out, the abdomen is relaxing. You're simply observing this moment with a smile on the face. As the breath flows out, the abdomen is gently moving towards the spine. Just observe this. As the breath flows in, the abdomen expands. As the breath flows out, the abdomen relaxes. Gently move your attention to the chest. As the abdomen relaxes, notice the chest is also relaxing. As the abdomen expands, notice the expansion of the lungs, the chest. As the breath flows in, observe the expansion of the chest. As the breath flows out, observe the relaxation. Smile. As the breath flows in, observe the expansion of the chest. As the breath flows out, observe the relaxation. Smile. Let the smile increase and maintain the smile. As the breath flows in, the chest expands, the abdomen expands. As the breath flows out, the abdomen relaxes, the chest relaxes. Observe how you're feeling now. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Continue the same breathing ratio. And very, very slowly whenever you wish to, with a big smile on the face, you may open your eyes. Notice how you're feeling now. Vaidegi madam, எப்படி இருக்கு உங்களுக்கு? How was it for you?
Feel relaxed, sir.
Very nice.
That is the first feeling I got.
Very nice. Madam, how was the 4-6 breathing now? Did you notice the breathing was better now? You could breathe more
Yeah,
freely.
much
Any of
better.
you? Yeah?
Yeah, much
Sai,
better, much better I can feel.
Yeah. Okay. Sai, Dr. Monica madam, how was it for you?
Yes, sir. I can feel the relaxation
Okay.
and a little bit change in the breathing. That
Excellent.
counting.
Yeah. Excellent. Yeah. So by relaxing the mind, okay, the breath starts to flow better. Are you seeing this point? Yeah. Now we are going to go to lung symmetry. Okay. We are going to, doctors say, medical world says that you're using, the lungs have 2/3 of reserve capacity. In the yogic sciences, we say you're using only 1/3 of your lung capacity. Yeah, in current, and when you know a virus as deadly as COVID is attacking the lungs directly, it seems to make a lot of sense if you're able to utilize more of your lung capacity, isn't it? Yeah. So now I'm going to share with you an approach and a method where you're going to enhance your lung capacity. Okay. To understand how much of our lungs are expanding, right? A small question before that. Have you ever blown a balloon? Yeah. So the balloon expands only on one side or expands on all the sides? Yeah. When you place your palms on the chest, you notice the expansion in the front, isn't it? What was happening in the sides and the back? Where your lungs, the expansion of the chest was happening because the lungs was expanding, isn't it? Where your lungs expanding in the side and the back? Okay. So let's understand. So I'm going to now demonstrate to you an approach. Okay. So one thing though, you can place both your palms on the chest like this. This is step one. Okay. Step two is below the armpit. This is a slightly difficult thing. By the side of the ribs, place your palms. You're not pressing, very gently placing there as much as you can. Okay. So front, the expansion of the chest, side, the expansion of the chest, the ribs. Third, in the back, the lungs have to expand, no? The lungs are air sacs, isn't it? So the breath is flowing in, the lungs have to expand in all the sides. Okay. So we are going to see if you're able to expand the lungs in all the sides. Okay. Now, for this to happen, you're not going to force yourself to breathe more. On the contrary, you're going to relax the mind more and see what happens. Okay. Shall we start? Yeah. Eyes closed. Palms on the side of the ribs. Yeah. Eyes are closed. And you're having a gentle smile on the face. Smile. As the breath comes in, notice the expansion of the ribs. As the breath flows out, allow the lungs to relax. As the breath flows in, let your attention be on the region where your palms are placed. Allow the expansion of the ribs with a smile. As the breath flows out, allow the lungs to relax. Smile. You are simply watching the expansion of the lungs and the relaxation of the lungs in the region of the ribs. Smile. How much ever the ribs are expanding, allow it to expand. Slowly place your palms on the lap, facing the ceiling. Eyes closed. Slowly let your attention go to the upper back. As the breath flows in, observe the expansion of the upper back. As the breath flows out, allow the upper back to relax. Nothing to do right now. Allow the lungs to expand. Watch the expansion in the upper back. Nothing to do right now. Breathe in. Allow the lungs to expand. Very, very slowly. Place your palms on the lap. Observe the expansion of the upper back. Observe the relaxation of the upper back. As the chest expands, notice the expansion in the ribs and the upper back. As the chest relaxes, notice the relaxation of the chest in the chest and upper back. As the breath flows in, the upper back expands, the ribs expand in the sides, and you're allowing the ribs, you're allowing the upper back to relax. Smile. The chest expands as the breath flows in. So do the ribs and the upper back. As the breath flows out, smile. You're allowing the chest to relax. You're allowing the lungs to relax. Increase your smile. As the breath goes out, the chest, the side of the ribs, and the upper part of the back are all relaxing. As the breath flows in, the chest, the side, and the upper back expands. As the breath flows out, they all relax. You're simply allowing them to relax. Let the smile increase. As the breath flows in, let the lungs expand to its fullest, in the front, in the side, and the back. As the breath flows out, watch the lungs relax in all the three directions. Let the smile increase even more. Your eyes are closed. Breathe in. And let go. Via the mouth. Breathe in normally. Let go. Smile. Let the smile become bigger. Observe how your eyes are feeling. Very, very slowly. Let out a sigh of relief. Breathe in. One more sigh of relief. Whenever you wish to. A nice big smile on the face. You may open your eyes whenever you wish to. Could you quickly check your pulse? How are you feeling, Madam? Monica Madam, Vaidegi Madam, Karishma, Muttapan Sir, and anybody else who participated 100%? Yeah? Relaxed? Yeah? The mind is really calm now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah? Did you notice that your lungs were expanding in all the three directions?
Yes, sir.
Yeah? And how simple it was, but we're not even utilizing it. Muttapan sir, Unika madam, without looking at the readings, just eyes closed, observe what's happening. And it'd be interesting to see what your values are. As we wait for them to finish their measurements. Others, if any of you have measured your readings, yeah, madam, wait, it should be a full 1 minute, huh?
84.
84. Oh, pulse rate has come down. Very nice.
Yeah, 98 and 84.
Oh, very good. Feeling good, madam?
Yeah, thank you. More than doing that breathing, the way that you call us for smile, that was really giving us a great relaxation.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Muttapan sir, ungalku, how was it for you, sir?
The 99 and 78 it's.
Wow. So, Muttapan, you're a student. Wonderful.
But I haven't done it 100%. Slightly, my mind was distracted by though there is some development, I think.
Very nice. Very nice. 99 and
78.
78. Pulse rate dropped from 90 to 78. Wow. The mind is really settling. Anybody else who measured? Okay. Yeah. So, a quick recap of what all we did today, okay? Shall we do that? Your mental thought patterns affect your breathing. Can you remember this point? Yeah? Students, one of you, can you type this out? Anybody else apart from Uttapan, Karishma, Nagajyoti madam, Unika madam, and Vaidegi madam? If you can type it out, I'll feel pretty good about it. Yeah? Your breathing patterns are affected by your thought patterns. Number one. Now, if you're not going to be breathing well, oxygen is not going inside, which means energizing of the body is not happening. If you're not breathing well, exhalation or CO2 is not going out also, isn't it? Which means respiration is affected. Remember what I told about COVID? It has a shelf life. You need to outlive the virus. So if at all somebody has a COVID attack, apart from the medication, yeah, it is very, very important that you learn how to breathe, isn't it? Yeah? Okay. The next aspect of it is, how do you reverse the breathing? So where do you put your attention on? On the 1% or the 99%? 1% of deaths or the 99% of recovery?
99% of recovery, sir.
Yeah, the moment you do that, what happens? The breath starts to flow again. Okay? Now, if in case you're not able to put your attention on the positive, and because there's just too much of negativity around you, right? And you're getting anxious. Yeah? And you're not able to reverse the breathing because you can't force the breathing to reverse. What do you do? One palm on the chest, one palm on the abdomen. Simply observe the movement of the abdomen. Simply observe the movement of the chest. 5 to 7 minutes. Was it easy? Is it easy to do? Yeah. Then what do? You just check out 4:4, 4:6 breathing, whether you're able to comfortably breathe. Okay. Anxiety is simply too much energy. Inhalation is happening, exhalation is not happening. Depression is inhalation itself is not happening. It's very shallow. So I've helped several college students who have severe anxiety issues. Right? I mean, it is it's very difficult actually to relate to today's world. I had a college student who refused to go to her exam, not because she thought she was going to fail, because she felt she was not going to get 100. And for 2 years, she didn't. She used to go to the exam hall and she used to say, "No, I can't write it. I'm not going to get 100 and come out." Right? So youngsters are getting panic attacks, manic attacks. Yeah, you're not in control of yourself. The negativity is too much. The energy is too much. Yeah. So this method which I've taught you right now will help you immensely. Okay. Now moving ahead, one more summary. Now once you have learned how to reverse the breathing by relaxing the mind, what else can you do? What did we learn? COVID attacks the lungs. Lungs are being utilized only 1/3 of the capacity. So it makes sense to enhance the lung capacity. Yes or no? Did you see that the lungs were expanding on all the 3 sides? Yes? Yeah? So you felt energy
Sir.
in the system. You also felt the mind relaxing totally. And as you did this, what happened? Your pulse rate has come down. So Dr. Onika David's pulse rate has come down by 6 from 90 to 9 by not from 93 to 84 from 9 units. Muttapan from 90 to 78, isn't it? This happened in 20 minutes. Now imagine you continued working at a pulse rate of 95, 93, 95. Your mind is already overstressed, which means the breathing is affected. Yeah? Do you think your decision making is hampered? Because you want to take fast decisions. You're not taking decisions from a calm mind, isn't it? This applies for people working in office, for parents and sons, daughters and parents in relationships. If your heartbeat is already at 95, and then you have a fight, what happens? Getting what I'm saying? Your heartbeat is already at 95. Then somebody tells you negative news. What's going to happen? Yeah? It's going to affect, isn't it? Yeah? So do you think this knowledge, this webinar which I shared with you should be done by your parents also, all the students? So your parents are working tirelessly to give you an education, isn't it? Yes or no? Yeah? Now the moment they feel the bigger, you know what the parent will be thinking? I'm a parent, I have a son. You know what I will think? And Unika madam, Vaidegi madam, tell me if I'm right. Even if I get COVID, if the parent gets COVID, no, they'll be thinking, how do I take care of my child? If something happens to me, who will take care of my child? Yes or no? Can I have a thumbs up? Yeah? You are all blessed with parents who are willing to take care of us the way they are. Right? My request, humble request, Unika madam, that this video is shared to all the students with the request that the parents also listen to it. Yeah, because I've had more than 500, 600 people attend these sessions. I've been able to prevent.
It will be on YouTube live of our department, sir. That's what it has been recorded.
Very nice. Yeah. So students, please please sit with your parents on this. If there's one thing you can do for Unika madam, for your college and for me, please let this knowledge go to your parents. Okay. Imagine I had people with 125 heartbeat, 85 pulse SpO2. Everything will change. You saw the first WhatsApp conversation. A person who attended the workshop simply was able to prevent a hospitalization. Imagine the money saved, isn't it? Imagine the panic which your parents would have gone through, which the person's parents would have gone through, which was saved, right? Yeah. So if you have any questions, I'll be happy to take 1 or 2 questions. And if you would love it, if you can give me a feedback of how the session was, how it was useful for you. And that's about it. Yeah. So summary done, right? Any other questions for me?
Prasanna sir, this is Dr. Nagajyoti. I would just like to say that I couldn't join 100%, but your presentation, the breathing exercises were wonderful. I couldn't do it because I have a little problem with my back recently, so I couldn't do it 100%, but the initial exercises were very useful. At one point of time, I was like completely cut off from the world. Only when you spoke again, I came back. Like it was like that. It was really a very wonderful session, very useful. I guess if we keep practicing it regularly, we will be away from many diseases. Thank you so much from all of us.
Yeah. Here's one more thing, right? See, I have been helping people reverse chronic ailments, especially those related to pain, diabetic neuropathy, migraines, severe back sciatic conditions. Yeah, they've been going to doctors for 1, 2, 5, 10, 15 years. High BP not reducing. So just to give you an example of the kind of patients I get, okay? See, people who have migraines don't come to me. People who have had migraines for 10 years, 15 years, and now medicine is no longer working for them. The painkillers are not anymore supporting them. Those are the advanced stages of ailments with people who come to me, right? People who have high BP don't come to me. People who have high BP and are getting hospitalized once or twice in a year, right? Because now they come to me because they can't afford the hospitalization cost, and too much fear has come up, right? So the point I'm trying to say is that only 5 things I teach people to fix, okay, to reverse the condition. Would you like to know what those 5 are? Can I take 2 more minutes to share? Yeah, and you'll be very surprised what these 5 are. Number 1 though is very obvious, right? The breath. So we have never assessed our breath. We have never assessed the quality of the breathing. We have never assessed incoming and outgoing breath. Number 1. We think it's okay to have a stressed mind. No. The mind has to be calm and relaxed, isn't it? Now you all tell me, in this calm and in this meditative state, if you take work, the studies can be better. Teachers will be more pleasant in the office situation, isn't it? Yeah, can do more work. Yeah. One more very interesting question I have for you. Are your lungs breathing? Only your lungs are breathing?
No.
All your organ systems are breathing. Your liver is breathing. Your stomach is breathing. You want to tell me why? How? See, at the cellular level, oxygen exchange is happening. Yeah? Your tissues are made up of cells. Your organs are made up of tissues and cells. So the liver breathes, if the stomach breathes, all of them are breathing. And they are all affected by the way you think. Noted? You realize how important breathing is? You realize how important the mind is? Yeah? So 1 is the breath, 2nd is the mind, 3rd is your emotions. Right? You have a fight with for the staff, right? 1 student comes late in the college classroom. We immediately have a impression on them, isn't it? Because you're nothing to blame on your side. You put so much effort to get the class going in a right way, right? You really wanted to serve the students, isn't it? You get so annoyed when the student does not give you the respect and they come late. Now mentally, what is the impression created? This fellow is like this only. Now by mistake you get angry once. What is happening in the student's mind? This teacher is like this only, always angry, right? What is actually happening? Emotions are stuck, isn't it? And the same thought process again happens. Now this becomes a one-on-one fight. 10 years back we had a fight, even now we can't look at each other's face, isn't it? Yeah. So we are not able to release the emotion. See, I have a 5-year-old son. Today morning he said, Appa, you're a bad Appa, you're not allowing me to sleep. Okay. 5 minutes later, Appa, you're my best friend. Give me chocolate. Immediately forget. Right? Emotion releases. But as we age, the skill of releasing emotions we have forgotten. We don't release the emotions manifest in the spine and they're stuck along the spine. And what happens? You can no longer sit like this. You sit like this. Karishma, look at how you're sitting. Got it? So what happens? 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, you need a back support. Yeah. Now, when the spine is not like this, it's like this. The breath is affected, digestion is affected, mind is affected. So focus goes away. Huh? So when we fix these 5 things, digestion, spine, breath, emotions, and the mind, right? The body and you focus on health, the body recovers from the disease. Okay? Was that good? Yeah? Yeah? So that's all I have to share. It's 4:14. Thank you, Vaidegi madam, for giving me that extra 15 minutes. Students, I would love to listen to you and get your feedback. And anything else, let me know. Any 1 or 2 questions I can answer.
Sir, good evening, sir. It is again, I would like to share my personal experience. Actually, I was the victim of BP last month. My rate was like 160, and like I was advised to go for a regular meditation. I said, give me some time, I'll come back. And I thought it will never come down because I was in full test, 160 something has to be treated. And they said if you delay, there may be the other consequences. And for wonder, bottom of my heart, half an hour, the 1 hour session, nation.
Madam, your voice broke for the last 3 lines. I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Yeah, for the past 1 hour, I really witnessed my pulse rate can be brought down by a simple and a very easy method that you have suggested. And I'm sure that I will exercise and I'll follow it. Thank you so much, sir. That was amazing. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, sure. Anything else? If no other questions, nothing else.
Yeah, can I have one student feedback? Muthappan, can you unmute and talk, Muthappan?
Hi, ma'am. Hi, sir. Sir,
Hi,
I am Muthappan. I attended your full session, but for the last exercise, I haven't done it 100%. But I can feel something relaxed. This is the first time I'm experiencing this kind of things. So this is something odd for me and something different for me. But this gives me a nice pleasure. From the bottom of my heart, I would say you are just doing great, and I admire. I thought before while I'm applying for this session, I thought this would be the boring, and I'm going to do some other jobs after getting into the meet. But this attracts me a lot. So thank you so much for being a for you. On behalf of Patrician College students, I am thanking you.
Thank you, Muthappan. Yeah, very nice, very nice that you spoke so passionately.
Thank you, sir.
Can I have Prasanna, student, to talk about the feedback about Prasanna Venkatesan, sir? Prasanna, are you here?
Yeah, ma'am, I'm there.
Yeah.
Good
What
afternoon,
is
sir. Good evening.
synchronizing is this? Prasanna was introduced by Prasanna. Yes, you have to give the feedback.
Ma'am, it was somewhat new for me because daily we doesn't recognize our breathing. It's just a go on as the days goes on. We never focus on our breathing. Oh, we breathe in, we breathe out. It's just a process how it goes on. But now controlling our breath or maintaining the focus on our breath. Oh, this is how we have to take in. This is how our lungs get stretched in. It's really new for me because other yoga classes or some YouTube suggestions I saw in the YouTube ads, but it's not really it doesn't have such impact on me because okay, somewhat they're doing some yoga practice, breathing practice, etc. and all. But now I can really feel it. I have respect. I gained some respect on it, so I'll practice it daily from now.
Very nice, Prasanna. Very honest feedback. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Can I have one more feedback from faculty? One more. Louisa, ma'am, are you there, ma'am? Okay.
Sir, it was a wonderful session. Why? Because this breathing exercise is very, very important for me. Because my case is always, I have a wheezing problem, in fact. Without, that inhalers, I can't breathe properly. Now I can feel a lot of difference when I just did the first few steps. What Dr. Nagajodi madam mentioned, the same way I can see a lot of changes. In fact, for further advice, I think I'm going to contact you for a much more improvement in my breathing, sir. Thank you so
Most
much,
welcome.
sir.
Most
Yeah,
welcome.
yeah, yeah. Thank you so much, sir.
Thanks, Anita, for the feedback. I'm not sure if you're faculty. If you're faculty, then Anita, madam. Yeah.
So we
Yeah.
have Saddam Hussein with some questions, sir.
Sure, Saddam.
Over to Saddam.
Sir, good evening, everybody. Sir, I have a doubt. How do I handle feeling anxious when I am isolated, sir?
So, see, now why are you getting isolated?
Affected by COVID.
See, so we did the entire procedure, no, Saddam. See, are you affected by COVID right now?
No, sir. Okay.
Okay.
But I think about that, sir.
See, do you know somebody who's affected by COVID for whom you're asking this question?
No, just for my friends, sir. My friends are already affected, but they also have a.
Yes, Saddam, so what my suggestion is, number one, see, what is that they're anxious about? Okay, when will I recover? Correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So instead of see, basically what did we see today? Wherever the focus is, if the focus is on the negative, right? Then what is going to happen? The breath is going to reverse. Correct? And when the breath reverses, what happens? The mind goes into further anxiety.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So the solutions are several. Okay. One of the solutions is to reverse the breathing, like how we did today. Okay.
Yes,
You can show them this video, madam. Please, the video link, please share with Saddam Hussein also. Right. Please share this with your friends, where they do the second method, where you keep the hand on the chest, hand on the palm on the abdomen, right, and observe the movement of the abdomen, observe the movement of the chest. Clear? This is one. Now this they can do several times during the day. Okay.
Okay.
Your eating and your mind have the great connection. Okay. If COVID attack is there and the friend is already struggling, he has to eat very, very light food because digestion will be hampered. Okay. If you're going to eat very, very tasty, heavy food, digestion will not happen properly. And because of that, what will happen? The mind will get affected. Have you had this experience? If you don't eat properly, too much hunger is there, the mind is affected. Or if you have a poor digestion, you feel very low and tired and feel very negative. Have you had this experience?
Yeah, I have, sir.
Yeah. Similarly, during COVID time, so it becomes so important that we eat very, very light food. Like strictly avoid non-vegetarian food during the COVID times, because you want the body to, you want to eat, when I say non-vegetarian food, I'm saying the food should be very light. Okay. What else? Do not see the negative news. Right? If based on which religion they are part of, have faith, pray to God, definitely is a solution. Right? Talk with people. Don't be isolated and think you're going to die. Okay? Remind them 99% of the people have come out by themselves. Right? So diet is important. Breathing is important. Having proper conversation with friends are important. Right? Yes, I tell people, and it's also perspective, right? See, by chance you get COVID. Okay, let's forget COVID for the timing. By chance you fall sick, aren't you going to get royal treatment in your house?
No, sir.
No, but people will come and give you the right food. They'll come and give you water in your hand. They'll say, lie down, don't get up. Isn't it? Yes or no? So I just tell people, enjoy the next 14 days. You're going to be totally resting. Nobody's going to ask if you're studying. Nobody's going to ask you. You don't need to worry about your future career. You don't need to worry about what matches, what you're missing out in studies, if at all you worry, right? You're going to simply enjoy it with nobody asking any questions, and you'll be pampered. Okay. Second, remember 99% of people have recovered, 1% have not recovered. Focus on the 99, right? Third, what is the third? Eat very, very light food. Right? Fourth, prayer, faith, having faith in the bigger power will definitely help during these times. Okay. Fifth, do not isolate yourself. When I say do not isolate yourself, you can isolate the body, not the mind. Be in touch with people around you, right? Be in touch with family members. Call up people you have never spoken to. Pick up a hobby based on how badly how your health is. Well, that's about it. And definitely spend time. Look at the sun for some time. Look at the trees for some time. All this will bring down your anxiety. The more you spend time observing nature, the anxiety levels will come down. Energy will settle. I hope I answered your question, Saddam. Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks for answering, sir.
Yeah, and see, these are all general thumb of rules, right? It also depends on case to case. What are they going through, right?
Right.
Yeah, in which case they might require one-on-one consultation. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Anything else?
Nothing.
Yeah.
The feedback link is posted in the chat box. Kindly fill the feedback link before your leave.
Yeah. So just let me know if you have any other questions. Unika madam, Vaidegi madam.
I think no, sir. We got the answers. Yes, sir.
Sir, is there any particular age that from this age we can practice this meditation practice, or
I think from as early as 9 years, 10 years, you can start doing it.
okay, sir.
Yeah. See, meditation, yoga need not be seen as exclusive to one community. It has a lot of scientific basis. A 10,000, 20,000 year tradition, like for 10,000, 20,000 years, people have been practicing it, right? And the way I see it is, if you calm your mind down, if you're able to focus your mind better, you can achieve more. Yeah. So whatever you want to do to enhance your career, achieve your career, meditation and yoga both will help immensely in that. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. If nothing else, Karishma, Vaidegi madam, Unika David madam, can we call it a day?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'll just drop my email ID here. If anybody wants to have any question answer session with me, further questions, please do write to me. I will definitely reply.
Sure, sir.
Yeah, I've dropped my email ID. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
I also would like to give you some hope. Okay. 1 second. I think this is the link. Just give me a minute. If you can you see if you can? I'm just checking if that link is working. 1 second. When I tell people it is easy to reverse an ailment, it's easy to, if you just start focusing on health, they don't necessarily believe it, right? So I took some time and I made a page which I have dropped here, which I've shared in the chat window. Can you see the link in the chat window? I called it prasannavenkatesan.com/auto-draft. Can you see that link? In that link, I put some 7-8 case studies of people who have really chronic ailments who have come out of it, right? So that may inspire you to. There's a COVID victim there also, how he came out of it. Yeah, I made some summary of that. So please have a look at it and please get some inspiration. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. That was indeed a wonderful session. We learned a lot. Not only students, I think the faculty also learned a lot. I mean, it will be very useful to them since they're handling students. Uh, uh, the most beautiful way to start and end the day is with a grateful heart. I now invite Dr. N. Purushothaman to render the vote of thanks.
Before going to the vote of thanks, today quote is gratitude makes sense of you, past brings peace for today, and creates a vision for tomorrow. Melody reading. Good evening, all. A respected and most distinguished resource of the day, yogic healing consultant Mr. Prasanna Venkateshans, most honorable director and secretary brother Dr. S. Arogyaraj, honorable academic director Dr. Fatima Vasant, respected ma'am principal Dr. Usha George, our beloved vice principal shift 1 Dr. B. Meena, shift 2 Dr. Arokya Mary Gita Das, beloved HOD Dr. Unica David, faculty members, and my dear students, it seems to be a great honor to propose the vote of thanks to all who have helped us in making this webinar very resounding success. On behalf of Patrician College of Arts and Science and the entire fraternity of the college, first of all, extend my most sincere thanks to the Lord God. I take this opportunity to propose a vote of thanks to those who have directly and indirectly contributed to this webinar on how to deal with fear and anxiety during the COVID-19 pandemic, organized by PG and Research Department of Commerce. To begin, I would like to thank the Almighty for making this webinar a successful event. At the outset, I would like to express my gratitude to our honorable resource person, Mr. Prasanna Venkateshans, for making an excellent presentation and making this webinar very meaningful and interesting. We are really enlightened with your knowledge and presence. Thank you, sir. We are thankful to our honorable director and secretary, Dr. A.S. Arogyaraj, for their motivation. I extend my hearty thanks to our academic director, Dr. Fatima Vasant, and principal ma'am, Dr. Usha George, for his enthusiastic support. I also extend thanks to Vice Principal Shift 1 Dr. B. Meena, Vice Principal Shift 2 Dr. Arakya Mary Gita Das, for gracing your crucial work and sharing with us your opinion and finding this present time. I would like also thank our beloved HOD Dr. Unica David for his guidance and moral support. I am happy to express a vote of thanks to Professor T. Vaidegi and Dr. Nagajodi that has made this webinar a grand success through their motivation and dedication. I cannot thank everyone enough for their willingness and involvement to take on the completion of the work beyond their comfort zone. So I especially thank the people who have been backbone of the event. Our department faculty members, technical arrangement team, and student coordinators for their unflinching support and coordinations. Our heartfelt thanks to our student for active participation with these warm words and a kind message. We move to the end of today's session. Once again, a big thank to all of you to make our event successful. Thank you and thank you all.
Thank you, sir. That was a wonderful vote of thanks. Thank you, Prasanna, sir. I will surely work on my sitting position. This is Sai Chandran and Charisma signing off. Stay home, stay safe, practice the required safety measures. Au revoir.